So we spoke too soon about the sunshine and no rain. Welcome to Prague. We are staying on this houseboat right behind us, and it has got to be some of the best accommodation we have ever stayed at. We actually ate at that restaurant just the back of the houseboat here last night. Keep watching because we will give you a bit more of a tour later. We are right in the city centre here, and in this video we will show you some of the best sights to see around Prague. This is our first time here, so if you've seen the other episodes of the Europe series so far, we've always managed to get some rain on our trips.
The weather has not been in our favour so far.
So it's a light drizzle at the minute. You can see Prague Castle in the background, so that's where we're heading next. Now we're on the Charles Bridge. As you can see, it's not that popular. It's pretty empty. No, it's super busy, so probably best to come in first thing in the morning, but here we are. And yeah, this has been its construction in the 15th century, and for a few centuries it was the only way to cross this river. So very important bridge in Prague. It's the oldest bridge in Prague, second oldest in Czech Republic, and we're looking for a very famous statue. So I did see this on TripAdvisor, where you can go around in an old car around Prague. It's quite fun. Here we are at Prague Castle, which is the largest castle in the world according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Absolutely huge, and it's free to walk around, but I think there's lots of tours you can do, lots of tour groups going around. So it turns out you do need tickets. We've got the basic circuit tickets. They're reasonably priced, but yeah, these get you into 4 locations. The first stop is the palace. Okay, Prague Castle was amazing. I think it's well worth purchasing the ticket to see 4 different elements of the castle. Now we've left there and we have walked over to Strahov Monastery. So about to check this out, and the rain has stopped, which is amazing. It's about 10 Australian dollars per person, so it's a bit cheaper than the castle.
And it looks like a lot less busy too.
Yeah, a lot less busy. The first stop is the library, which we saw online, and
definitely the main reason why we came here. I can't wait.
Okay, so we're just leaving the monastery, which is just behind us there, and there was a misunderstanding with the tickets. We thought we had a ticket to get us everywhere for $10. Turns out it is just into the library, which I took a couple of shots of, and it's really nice, but it's quite expensive for $10, so I'll let you decide if that's for you. So afterwards, we actually went to the brewery, which is next door. Had a really nice beer and some cheese, which is quite traditional here. So this is a traditional Czech dessert. How is it, Reg? The most interesting thing is a cone. We think it's a donut, we'll let you know. You can see them making it. It's sort of grilled, which is interesting. There are lots of bees here as well, so I'm on bee patrol. So what's the cone, Rach?
It's donut. It's so good.
That's interesting. Sitting out for dinner for some local food and drinks.
The beef goulash. I found a place on Google Maps, which sounds quite good.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't disappoint.
And hopefully we get a table and try some local beers. Cheers. Having the beef goulash, which is a traditional dish. Some Czech beer, and Rach is having the chicken breast.
Wow.
Dinner was nice,
So
but now we are greeted with more rain.
Classic.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 in Prague. We are currently in Letna Park and the views here are absolutely stunning.
Amazing.
It's great.
You wouldn't think it's just on the top of, basically on top of Prague.
Yeah, and it's opposite our houseboat where we're staying. So it's super easy for us to get here. And yeah, you can see a lot of Prague, so I'd highly recommend it. Last night was really fun, so there are a couple of really good bars to add to your list. The first one was the rooftop bar. I'll put a caption on what that's called. You have to go inside, then go up an elevator, which is quite fun. The second one was called 1401 with some really good live music. Overall, great night out in Prague. Later today, we'll be exploring the old town, but more in the daytime. So we managed to see the famous clock last night, but yeah, we'll go check it out again today in the daytime and yeah, check out the old town. So we spoke too soon about the sunshine and no rain. We appear to be in a storm now. The winds are coming in, the rains are here. Okay, so we made it to Old Town. We just had some really nice lunch. We had some focaccia. Now about to head off to the Astronomical Clock. Okay, we're inside the clock tower, now walking up the stairs to the top. This is the clock, behind the scenes.
So cool.
Hey, feeling Rich?
Good.
Pretty high?
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Nice views though.
Yeah, beautiful views.
That was high, now it's time to get back down. Just made a quick pit stop at Candy Miners.
Went a little bit crazy with candy.
Went a little bit crazy, got a bit carried away, but here we go.
Oh my god.
The neutral.
It's so good.
Okay, so that wraps up the Prague episode. We went out for dinner last night and we had some delicious falafel. It was actually one of the most reasonably priced meals we had in Prague, so I'll link it in this video, so feel free to go check it out. What's your highlight, Rach?
For me, it was probably St. Vitus Cathedral. It was just breathtaking. It was massive. It was just gorgeous. So yeah, that was my recommendation.
Yeah, it was really nice. And I think for me, it was the clock tower and seeing actually how the clock worked. I thought that was really cool. So it's quite expensive, but I think it's worth it. And yeah, it's our last day in Prague, so we're about to fly to Italy soon.
Yay!
So this is our last day on the boat. The boat has been amazing. It feels like we're on a mini cruise in Prague. The breakfast is really good. The room is not the biggest room in the world, but it's big enough for a couple of days. It also has a private ensuite, so yeah, I'd recommend this accommodation if you're coming to Prague.
Now it's time to go get some sun, finally.
Oh, yeah. So you might have seen we've had rain pretty much the whole of our Europe trip so far.
For the last 9 days.
Yeah, so it will be nice to have some hotter weather. We're flying to Milan and then getting a bus to Verona, and then we're heading to the Dolomites. So yeah, lots of exciting things coming up.
Yay.
That pretty much wraps up the Prague episode. We're going to make our way to the airport now. It's been an absolutely amazing time here. Beautiful city. There's nowhere else like it I've ever been in the world. You have to come here and experience the architecture. I actually went for a run this morning down to the dancing houses to check out that. Obviously a lot more modern building. The old buildings and castles here are just brilliant.
Stunning.
So we loved it. Make sure you subscribe to follow our journey throughout Europe and we will see you in Italy.
See you there.